I thought tonight it wasn't as open a game. You know, I thought it was a tighter check-in game. Dallas defends hard. They block a lot of shots. They have good size. You know, I thought in the second period, for example, we had a lot of offensive zone time, and we had a number of looks, but based on the amount of offensive zone time we had in the second period, we would have liked to have generated a little bit more. And you have to give Dallas credit too. They defended really hard, but I'm not sure I have a good answer for you. You know, I think we had some looks we didn't finish on, and I think the game itself was, I thought, a little bit closer check-in than some of the previous ones.
Well, no penalties either. That kind of puts a different spin, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. It's you know, you get then your top guys don't get the power play time where they're feeling the puck, and you know, usually special teams tends to swing momentum too, either way. And when you don't have it, it's just you know, it's basically a 5-on-5 game most of the night. So it's you know, I think they had one coincidental minor, but other than that, it was just, you know, it was just 5-on-5 play. But I thought that I didn't think the game was there weren't as many transition opportunities. You know, they stayed above the puck a lot. I thought our guys, for the most part, stayed above the puck a lot. There were a few flurries here and there, but not as much as in the first few games that we had.
In terms of John Marino, he's now has 4 points through the first 4 games. Are you seeing him take any? I mean, I know it's early, but are you seeing him take any kind of a step offensively so far?
Well, his offensive production speaks for itself. You know, what I can tell you, the conversation we're having with John is about defending hard and just taking what the game gives him. You know, and I think he has some offensive instincts. And if he defends hard, he creates some offense off his defense. He's a real mobile guy. You know, when he sees an opportunity to jump into the offense, we encourage him to do that. But we just don't want him to force it. You know, and I don't think he has. For the most part, he's been pretty good that way. And you know, when there's that element of simplicity to his game, he still has the ability to generate offense. And I think, you know, the first few games are an example of it. I thought he scored a great goal tonight.
Mike, not that you can expect to see a lot of teams packing it in the way Dallas did defensively, but at the same time, was the whole shift that led up to the Marino goal an example of how you have to beat something like that?
Yeah, well, you know, that's the type of game that we're trying to establish. We can wear teams down, you know, with our puck possession and our puck pursuit and generate opportunities. You know, I think we got a line change in the middle of that. We were able to outchange them. It was in the second period, so they're a long way from their bench. You know, and you can use the fatigue factor as an advantage. And so when you have the ability to control territory, and that was one of the things we talked about with our guys before the game was, you know, this is a team that wants to establish a heavy forecheck. If we can get out of our end, we can hang on the pucks in the offensive zone. We can force them to expend energy defending us. It kind of takes them out of the game they want to play, and it allows us to dictate the terms a little bit. And that, I think that was an example of it.
Mike, Tristan makes a save there about 9.5 minutes left in regulation. The crowd starts chanting his name. What's the effect on the bench? Not just with the save, but the reaction from the crowd, particularly when they're chanting Tristan's name. Just how do the players feel, I guess, in that moment?
Oh, everybody feels good for him. You know, everybody understands the position he's in, and everybody, whenever the crowd gets behind our guys, I think it gives our whole bench a boost. You know, not to mention that particular player. So, you know, I didn't speak to Tristan after the game, but I'm sure he was very appreciative of it. Certainly, it makes his teammates feel pretty good about it as well.